Warzone, baby. Big Shug, Big Shug. It's really real right now.
Mr. DL.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Who's off?
Yo, we are here, the Danger Zone podcast, number 31.
Word.
Chef Tanya, Nicole, Big Shug, Mr. DL, and we have a special guest calling in today, the super producer, DJ Evil Dee. Stupendous producer.
No, I'm just laughing. You said super producer.
Well,
and that's what this other cat used to say.
I gotta build it up.
You know, and I'd be like,
yeah. He produced a lot of records that I like, so I'm
Nah, you do, hey, whatever you feel, man.
All right, we're not gonna say it then. Edit it out then.
No, they're your
Keep
hands.
it.
They're your hands, man. Go ahead.
So what's going on in the world of hip hop?
I mean, damn, I heard you talk about some.
I just seen this. Benny the Butcher was wearing the Freddie Gibbs chain that Freddie Gibbs claims wasn't stolen from him in Buffalo. Remember a few months ago? He just posted a video of him wearing it. And yeah. What do you think about that? That's a little much.
I mean,
he didn't take it. I don't think he should wear it.
I don't know. Like, you know, sometimes that's even a more of a clown aspect, because, like, yo, we see, I got your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, like, this is all in the light of people, man. There's only so much that can happen. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man. You let that news ride, whatever. You know, people are interested in it.
I think it's funny.
There it is.
I'm interested in it. I'm there.
Hey.
I clicked on it as soon as I saw it.
Go ahead, man.
I think it's funny. By the way, make sure you go check out my song, Benny the Butcher.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, man. Say it loud.
Real dope, boys.
Say it loud.
I'm on the beat.
Yeah, see if you're on the beat.
You know it's dope. So go check that out.
Nah, it's all good, man, for real. Nah, so yeah, check that out, man. Mr. DL, as y'all know, is a beat maker, video maker, and
so yeah, there is a video for that song too.
A fireball maker, you know.
Fireball drinker.
Split, yeah, me too.
So I thought that was cool. I don't know. I think it's funny. I don't know.
Nah, it's cool, man. You know, hey, whatever floats your boat, as long as it don't turn upside down.
Kind of like wrestling. It's like whole rap shit. Kind of like wrestling sometimes.
Nah, that's cool. You like wrestling?
I used to love wrestling. Yeah. I knew it was fake for a few years and still watched it, but did you watch it?
I mean, as a kid, it was probably part of the staple of us growing up.
Yeah.
But I seen real early that, oh yeah, this is fake as shit. I was that kid that went to see Santa Claus and snapped the bed, though. So I mean, I'm like, something ain't right here, man. For real, I see some extra shit around here. So, you know, I knew wrestling, man. When it looked a little real young, it was cool. But then when it got to that point where, you know, if the men the size of these dudes and you running full speed and they kick you in the face with a boot, and then take your face and bang that shit off the turnbuckle, right? Then throw your ass out the ring and just, come on, like, if that's really gonna, it's gonna be.
It's entertainment.
I mean, I believe it. I ain't mad.
And they do get hurt like that.
Man, listen. Listen. If I threw your ass anyway, you gonna get hurt too. So I mean, that's part of that game, man. You know, but
when I was a little kid, though, one of the most memorable things that, looking back, was Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, though, fake or not.
That's hard.
You know, like,
you got to get his fat ass up. Rest in peace. But that's a big motherfucker. What was he, 700 pounds?
You ever watch that documentary, the HBO documentary on him?
All them beers he used to drink.
Yo,
that motherfucker could drink hundreds of beers. He could drink mad liquor. Andre the Giant.
He had to buy 2 airplane tickets everywhere he goes.
He was probably still uncomfortable.
He made a great point in that documentary. He said they've done things for blind people, for deaf people, for handicapped people, this and that, but they don't do anything for big people. Like, if you're big, you're big. If you're not rich and you're big like that, it must be terrible. You know?
Right. You in the circus. You know what I mean? That's really what that shit is, man. It suffers to say, but
like, imagine being Shaq. But you weren't Shaq. You were just Shaquille O'Neal, who worked down at the Jiffy Lube.
But
you were just a big ass motherfucker.
There are other people that are like that. Yeah. There are some. Everyone that's that size was playing ball. You know, they're in jail. They're everywhere. You know
they got a shower like this.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they go, they got to duck down.
Everything is like.
They didn't have the money to have their house built different, their car built different.
There's a lot of 7-footers and shit that we don't know about. You know.
His dad's lap.
On another note, you know what I mean? We got virtual rapper FN Mecca becomes first AR artist signed to a major label. Capitol Records has signed its first virtual rapper, an AI robot named FN Mecca, or Mika probably, I don't know, it's fake, it's some fake shit. The deal was linked following Mika's explosive independent success on TikTok with his singles Moonwalking, Speed Demon, and Internet. The rapper has garnered over 1 billion views and has accrued 10 million followers on TikTok alone, making it the #1 virtual being on platform. Now the crazy thing about that is maybe it was genius because they tapped into not only the rapping and because I guess they use this brother's rhymes and beats, and there's another story about that, but they also tapped into the gamer element of it too. Like almost in the character of it, you know, if you see the picture.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
you know, it's a way they want to try to go, but I mean, I don't really see too much weight in it. Like,
I thought I heard that he got canceled. That
Who?
that deal got canceled.
Oh, I thought he got
even,
canceled.
like,
The AI said something racist.
Yeah, no, he was saying like
Humans
a lot
are
of things that
trash,
people
and they're like, well, wait a second.
apparently weren't.
no, well,
You can't say humans are trash. You're not.
well,
Humans.
this is what I peep.
We can say that.
The artists should be paying attention to this, but particular black artists, because we are the ones they will target first. They are trying to eliminate us.
Just coming in right here on Twitter. It says Busta Rhymes telling a fan, "I'll fuck your girl" after she tries groping him on stage.
What the fans say?
Oh.
Have her. Nah, I don't really fuck. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy ass shit. You know.
Give me a verse, you can have her, bro.
You probably didn't want to give him a verse. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy shit. But if that's your girl, and she's doing that to him anyway, that's already cool. But
Maybe it was 2 girls.
it's not impossible. You know what I mean? So,
I got the video right here.
oh word,
Oh, let's
she
see
grabbed
it.
his joint.
Can't see.
Drop my ring down here. Hey yo, Shorty, you with your man, right? That's your girl? What kind of shit you want to let me come to you to grab me up? Never told me to fuck your girl, bro.
That's fucked
I
up.
want to fuck the girl. I got a cook on that phone.
Oh shit.
Damn your girl. This is a weird day.
Clean that up.
I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know.
Nah, it was, man. It's kind of funny. Yo, dude, a lot of shit you be seeing is kind of funny.
Yeah.
That mean just because I ain't laughing don't mean it ain't funny.
He's laughing on the end.
No, I'm laughing on the outside. Y'all just can't tell.
All right, what
I'm
else
cracking
you
the
got
fuck
for me?
up right now. Word. Look, Andre 3000, 3 Stacks, and the Supreme team up for a new collab. Andre 3000 is the next artist to collab with streetwear brand Supreme.
He looks so homeless in
You
the
know?
picture.
Well, Pete, we'll get to that. With the Outkast legend looking set to appear on a new T-shirt, and the brand gears up to drop the first batch of products for its new fall and winter 2022 collection. It's beginning to roll out a series of teasers on its social media pages. Now, listen, I guess they're just coming out with some clothes or product, whatever.
Yeah.
As we know, Andre 3000 is, a lot of people think he's one of the best MCs,
I think so.
and he is very good,
And he's very
but
fashionable.
obviously he hasn't done anything in a long time. So
Yeah.
people just, he was legendary stepping out what he did. It's like Barry Sanders walking away from the game. People want to see more. And with music, you feel you still can see more. You know what I'm saying? And he's stylish in his own way because he did crazy shit where motherfuckers would have been like, yo, I'm not wearing that bitch shit.
Yeah, it was
know,
wild
but-
how Big Boy just stood there in regular clothes next to a guy dressed like a flamingo.
That
And
was
it
his
worked, you
thing.
know what I mean?
He let him do him, have his own identity.
Yeah, no question. But the two together, they friends.
Yeah.
Like me and DL, we can be super different, but we cool. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's that type, and we can make some shit happen.
Yeah, like
you
if
know
Big
what I'm saying?
Shug wants to wear a white beater, he wears a white beater. And you wear a t-shirt, and if it was reversed, it kind of be
Yeah, but I mean, some people they put on a white beater, it's gonna look like, damn, son. Afroman's Ohio home raided by police looking for drugs. He calls it a witch hunt. Listen, I give you that 15 seconds of fame. I'm not gonna even elaborate on that story, but they broke in his house. The cops. Something's going down. So if you want to get high, be prepared. Be prepared out
So
here.
you remember Afroman for you remember Afroman for I Want to Get High or like Because I Got High?
Yeah.
Really?
Kinda. Yeah. What do you remember for?
I remember him for this. I really do too. I know that song. Oh my god! Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
No.
Yo, son, I don't
Okay.
even wear glasses. Oh man, that shit ain't right, son. That shit
Show the
ain't right.
people.
That shit, do that shit again. That shit.
All right, here's
Loud. Where that
So
motherfucker
this girl comes up on stage and she's dancing behind Afroman.
Oh, that ain't right.
And he turns around and just fucking.
Oh, nah, that ain't right. They must.
And then watch.
He,
He just goes back to playing.
He must
He
have
knocks
got-
out a chick. Goes back to playing. Her boyfriend. He's like, what? He says something and he's like, oh hey buddy. What?
Yeah, you got
40-year-old rapper
Rated.
was released. Yeah, so he lady goes up on stage, starts dancing while he's playing, and he just clocks her one, locks her good, and then she's on the ground for like 5-10 seconds. She gets up, her boyfriend or male friend comes up on stage to help her, and just was like, "Don't worry about it, Afro man. Don't worry about it, scary man."
It's always some dumb shit, man. Word.
You never saw that?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see that before I got out. Yo, I don't even know that shit, man. Yo, cause that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
He hit it with the rock'em sock'em
I don't
too.
know if that was knockout or
That shit was blow.
But he turned around and saw a chick standing there
consciously decided.
and
fucked
clocked
Hey, he was gonna punch her in
clocked
the
her
face.
one. Yeah.
Also, on a quick note, Biggie's daughter posts, Biggie Smalls, rest in peace, baby. Biggie's daughter posts $1 million bond for her boyfriend during a hit and run arrest. The daughter of the late notorious B.I.G. reportedly shelled out a $1 million bond for her boyfriend after he was involved in a hit and run earlier this month. According to New York Post, Tanya Wallace put up the money for longtime partner Tyshawn Baldwin after he was arrested for an accident that injured 3 people, including mother and her toddler. That's a sad joint. The incident took place on August 10th that Baldwin attempted to flee police during a routine traffic stop in Queens. He turned himself in to authorities 6 days later, and Judge Scott Dunn ordered Baldwin held on a $1 million bond. What's your style?
I don't have a style. I like to just put it all together.
When I
style's
first
easy.
when
Black
One day I
t-shirts.
feel a little hip hoppy. The other day I feel a little preppy.
I
little
would
hip
same
hop
thing.
prep, yeah, hip prep. I know about that. Hip
I
prep,
want to be bougie.
nah.
I like black t-shirts, dark jeans, and then if I wear dress clothes, I like actually light shirt.
Yo, you lucky we ain't the motherfuckers editing that shit. Yo.
Why? What happened? If I wear dress clothes.
Yeah, you said if I wear dress clothes.
Yeah, dress clothes, I like a
So we
light
just
shirt.
chopped that
I
code
get- I
off.
get
It's
hot.
some whack. We got him. Yo, Tanya, figure that out. When I wear a dress. That's just what he said, a dress code. I was like, oh. She heard it as soon as I did. It was like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
So funny.
Yeah, you caught us that time. Sure, come on, this shit cool. The fuck, man.
He's dying.
Oh, shit. That shit was kind of hot, D. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it.
Yo, so that shit was kind of funny because he said it
Who's
with you said it with a hesitation. That shit was wild, man.
I gotta watch it because I didn't see it. I didn't hear
You
it.
said when I wear a dress,
If I wear a dress,
like then you go cold. I was like, oh shit. I thought you was about to say something funny like or something. That's why when you said the
like,
dress
oh,
part,
this dude coming out.
We
Yeah.
both like Big Sugar and I both
dude's
stopped.
coming
yeah,
out.
because the shit was kind of wild. I was like, he about to
That's
say
terrible.
he wore a dress, and I was going to say something to her. Yo, oh, so he wore a dress? Why you motherfuckers didn't tell me? I didn't know.
Why you guys didn't tell
Yeah, I
me?
know. I'm
I would have
like,
done it like that the whole time.
nah, I'm just saying. I thought this is how he dressed all the time. You know what I mean? Yo.
Oh my god!
What's good,
I
man?
missed it. I missed.
It's
I was a
on
part
you.
of it.
So what you want?
So what's next over there on the?
I mean,
on
just tell a sports story. You got more hip hop shit?
I thought you had something about Snoop Dogg.
Nah, I kind of passed.
Oh, it was you that had something about Snoop Dogg? Didn't you say something about Snoop Dogg? earlier?
Snoop Dogg is gonna have a new it's a new TV show, but it's for kids. It's called Doggy World. No, wait, hold on.
Yeah, they ain't.
Yeah, Doggy's World.
Okay, wait, hold up.
Doggy. As long as
cool.
they ain't doggy,
You got it.
as long as they ain't doggy stizzy.
So, is he gonna smoke weed on it? If I were dressed.
Was it
Shit
corn
was
on
like-
the cob?
No, like I said, see, just because I'm not looking, I'm laughing my ass off for real.
On the inside.
Yo, this is me
Work
laughing my ass off,
in
y'all,
here.
for real. One of the most hilarious people I know. Nah, man, it's all the fun, man.
So what do you think of
All's
what-
fair. I don't think. No, Shay, what's up? All right, cool. We gonna slide right here now.
All right, so Snoop Dogg has a kids show. I don't know. I think it's weird, but
Why is it weird?
I don't know. Why does Snoop Dogg have a kids show? Not that I'm not hating on his
He's
show.
always been involved
but
in
it's
his
just like-
son's
Yeah.
football
Lot of
life.
kids.
Maybe it has something to
All
do
the
with
shit.
that.
But
And
that's
maybe
the
it's a
situation.
cartoon. He has a good voice for it. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Cause ain't nobody going da 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 da.
I guess the world's changing. If he
Listen.
does that as Huggy Bear, I'll watch it.
We all have to be just a
Oh.
little bit more accepting and a
Remember when he-
little bit just more chill.
Remember when he played Huggy
and
Bear?
A little bit just
Did you ever see
stay
that movie?
late.
Nah, I
If you
probably
don't
watched
like
that whole
it,
shit,
you
but
ain't gotta watch it.
That's
You
that
ain't gotta
bullshit.
expose your kids to it. It's a choice.
Yeah.
anyway, man, you know what I'm saying?
Moving on.
As we slide, no, it's all good as we slide, man, into just a little bit, tiny bit of sports. Football season, man, we're up to the last preseason game of the season, preseason actually. Then we get to real football soon, man. You'll read about a week or so. Looking forward to that. The Patriots, man, are coming along. You know, I'm a Boston fan, so that's my squad. But there's gonna be a lot of excitement, man. With Green Bay, the Raiders, Rams, Buffalo, man, so much shit. That Russell Wilson over there at Denver, it's a lot of changes, a lot of waiting for some good football. And Tom Brady's still playing. You know what I'm saying? 45, making it happen. So it's gonna be good.
I heard he missed training camp.
Yeah, he took a little vacation, but man, listen, when you win seven Super Bowls,
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
what he gonna learn something new when he's in them 11 days now?
He could be like, I'm not gonna just do the first 2 weeks.
Yo, if nobody else in the league,
No, I'll be there.
if nobody else in the league deserves that treatment, he does.
Yeah.
100%.
I hear
You know what I mean? So Tom Brady, man. First of all, the fact that he's a 45-year-old quarterback, so that means that this quarterback's much more younger than him. They're not even like playing in the league. And this dude is like at a high level starting. He's not even on the bench. You know what I mean? That shit's unprecedented, man. That shit's
So
crazy.
how old are you when you come into the NFL? Like 23?
Usually 22.
22.
Yeah, you're 22, 23, you know, right around there.
Wow, so he's been playing football like a rookie could technically been alive Tom Brady's whole.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They read about him. They seen him win all the Super Bowls, Tuck Rule, different shit that happened.
He did that. He did that fumble Ruski or whatever it was,
Yeah.
the fumble
The Tuck Rule.
snowball or
The
whatever it
Tuck
was.
Rule.
When some of these players weren't even born yet.
Yeah, the Tuck Rule.
Like
yeah.
if you do it like that, if they're 22 and they come in.
So listen, man, let's wait on that NFL. Also, those who are in the know that thought that Kevin Durant would probably be getting traded out of Brooklyn to Boston for like Jaylen Brown and such. That's not going to happen. KD met up with Sean Marks. I think he's the GM, I'm not sure, or something. And the coach, Steve Nash, they had a meeting to talk about the upcoming season and how he would be there and what direction they were trying to go in. So
Damn.
that trade shit ain't gonna happen.
That's awkward. He requested.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
awkward.
he did request it, but
Yankees had like an 18 fucking game lead in the
Yeah.
thing, and they just absolutely
they
fell
still
apart.
it's still popping. You know, Judge is still on pace to hit 62 home runs. You know, break that Roger Maris joint. We'll see what happens. I think he's at 48 right now. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's cool that
50 is,
that he's gonna if he breaks Roger Maris's. I think it's cool for the Yankees Yankees fans and the Yankees organization to celebrate it. But Barry Bonds has the most home runs in a season,
That's
so I don't
true.
know why they keep saying, "Well, he's gonna pass Roger Maris." Don't get mad if he passes Roger Maris because he's fucking not the guy. Who has the most home
But see, that's a New York record. That's why.
Yeah, for sure.
As he played for the New York, and so they like, yeah, boom, because you can't say, I don't care what nobody say, Barry's always the man. Yeah. And that excitement that they brought at that time, and Mark McGuire and light-skinned Cuban dude now.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, Sammy Sosa. You seen him now?
He said light skin.
Yo, he looked like he was
Him
swimming in
and
flour.
Foxy Brown.
I swear to God, he looked like one of them Maso. Yeah, the over there.
a mime.
Yeah, the mime. My stuff. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Mime Man. And he said, my wife loves it. I'm like...
Do you remember when those records were being broken? People would be watching whatever their TV shows were, Friends or whatever.
Man.
You watching Friends, and they would cut away from
playing.
Yeah, they would cut away from Friends and be like, Barry Bonds steps to the plate, and oh, he walked, folks. We'll be back. Here, we'll turn you to the regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. Them shits was like Mike Tyson knockouts.
That shit was crazy.
Them shits was like
that was exciting.
People sitting on the water on the wall. Each ball was trying to cost them money. The balls would cost them bread. You know what I'm saying? I mean. It was exciting. I mean, if any of these motherfuckers was on TV playing, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, you know what I'm saying? Hell, even Jose Canseco at one point. Mm-hmm. If those motherfuckers was on there, that Albert Bell dude, they was smashing home runs.
Oh, yeah.
That's what made motherfuckers say try to use this steroid shit, just because how powerful that shit looked. When that ball, we never see that balls when they got smacked out of that motherfucking yard. You just be like, damn, man, where the fuck that shit went? And people don't realize when the hardest things, them shits is going hard. But the balls are coming hard at them or curved or whatever.
Yeah, baseball is not big.
And they kind of connect that shit and send that shit. You see how they say, well, that thing was 440 yards. Like, that's a long way to travel with a ball, boy. That's why when they get them people in the front row, be knocking them the fuck out into yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
There's a stat that Barry Bonds was walked intentionally more times in his career than the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in the history of their organization.
Wow.
In his career, one man was walking around.
Not trying.
Shit, who is calling the phone while we're doing the podcast?
Oh,
it's Evil Dee.
Let's go.
Woo Family Moving Company. They've been your neighborhood moving company for over 10 years, offering swift, efficient, and stress-free moving. Just call Woo Family Moving at 978-398-2784, online at ROUXFamilyMoving.com.
How they say it in Spanish, Tanya?
31, la zona del peligro.
That's cool. Yeah, what she said with a whole bunch of Negroes. We got my man, Mr. DL, in the house.
What up, bro? How you doing, man?
Yo, and we got the man of the hour. You know what I'm saying? My man from just legendary in hip hop to me, because everything else goes together with that music. You know, the group and everything else. Mr. DJ Evil Dee, how you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Everything's good, man. How you?
I'm good, man. We, still living. Good to see you, man. It's a lot of history, with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm like, damn, when I reach out to cats like this, because we up starting our little podcast, and I'd be like, yo, everybody I hollered, basically they like, yeah, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because like we was there, we was living in that, that whole movement, that 90s shit right there, man. So can you just let the crowd have, like the crowd, I guess so worldwide, right? MC shit jumped out, man. I'm like, yo, can you just let the crowd know you here? But now, basically, who Evil Dee is, you know what I'm saying? How this came about in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? For those who don't know the history, can you just give us a sample of that, tell us a little bit about that,
No doubt. Well, I go by the name of DJ Evil Dee. First and foremost, I'm a DJ. I'm also a producer. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, I'm 1/3 of the group Black Moon, 1/2 of the Beatminerz, Rocksteady crew member, but I don't dance. Nah, I'm a Rocksteady. I'm a Rocksteady DJ. Cool. I'm co-owner of Beatminerz Radio. Like I got a lot of titles and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I just tell everybody I'm just Evil Dee, the DJ.
Of course. Where you from originally?
Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Okay, I mean I know that. I just want let them know. You know what I'm saying? It's mad funny because when I first met you guys and I seen Buck first, and he was like, yo, what part of Brooklyn you from? You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't assuming a cat like me was from Boston. We had been chopping it up, I said, nah, I'm from Boston, bro. And he go, oh. You know what I mean? But it just fit it in like that, you know what I mean? Him kicking it at that point. I also was telling a story about, I don't know if you remember, that you and I guess the group 2 and Gangsta or whatever, or we might have been Jazz with Taz at that point or whatever. And we were on a plane. And that plane wasn't big. that shit was like,
Virginia,
yeah, it was like they told you to sit in the middle over here and me to sit up here. I was like, yo, so this shit got to be balanced out. What's up? Like, you know what I mean? Because you know how it was. We was touring all the time. So that little ass plane with the propellers that were one first and the other one and all that. And I'm laughing. With you, I was laughing, but I'm saying to myself, wow, we really got to sit. Like, me and him couldn't sit in the front. We was the big dudes, you know what I mean? So it was like, yo,
Literally has a balance.
you sit here and you sit here. I mean, I never forgot it because it was just like, you know.
I remember that. That was Jazzmatazz.
Yeah, because I remember me.
For me, it wasn't there. That was Jazzmatazz.
Me, Guru, bro, man, and me and Guru and you. I think it could have been Bug in the group, but it was only like a few people on that plane. It was one of them planes. You know what I mean? Where you had
it was a real small.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With two big dudes.
That.
You know what I mean? I thought what they trying to say is gonna fly like this. You know what I mean? So, but which
I was thinking that I think I said it too. Yo, is it because we black?
I know, right? They put us in the black plane.
They were like, nah, it's because you're big.
Yo, that plane, I'm telling you, man, that shit, I thought it was almost like a joke, because this is way before the show Pump, right? So I said, wait a minute, why it's only like 6 of us in there? Some shit like that. It was a little ass plane, you know?
I don't like little planes.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
It was as a matter of fact, I remember that it was a Delta, one of those small Delta shuttle planes.
Yeah, it definitely was a shuttle. I'm like,
Delta shuttle.
I'm like, that shit seemed like you just get out when you wanted to. It was one of them shit. You know what I mean? And then it kills you when
this is my stop.
It kills you when them shit start one at a time. The next one, you be like, wait a minute, man. And do we gotta stick our feet out at the bottom like the Flintstones and run with this motherfucker? You know what I mean? I don't know what's happening, you know? So listen, you were a DJ first.
Yes, first and foremost.
So what? How'd you get into the creation or the group of Black Moon? How did that come about?
Well, what happened was I was putting together a talent show in high school.
Right.
I used to go to Bushwick High School, and every year back in the days, talent shows was the big thing.
Yes.
And I just finagled my way to produce a talent show that year. Right. And my man 5FT, he was like, I was like, I want you to be in the show, because he was like the dancing dude in the school. Yeah. And he was like, I'll be in the show, but if I'm able to rock, I gotta have my partner with me. He's not from the school. I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll sneak him in. And I was like, bring your partner to my house at 3:00, and we'll all sit down and talk. 3:00, he shows up with Buckshot. Oh, yeah. And before the ramen thing, they both was dancers.
Oh shit, 2 little dancers, huh?
Yeah. And it's like, so Buckshot came into my house, and back then I used to have like I had stacks of records, crates of records from the floor to the ceiling in my DJ room. Yeah. Buckshot walks in, he sees the records, he sees like the 4-track setup, and he's like, yo, I rhyme too. Mm. And I'm like, so after we do this talent show, we'll talk about this rhyme thing. We did the talent show. Right after that, Buck was like, so what's up? Why don't you hit me with some beats or something? And I gave him a cassette with some beats on it. Right. The next day, Buck hit me up like, what else you got? And I'm like, what, you didn't like them? He's like, nah, I finished all of this. What else you got?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And we started putting demos together. Mm. And now, back then, Black Moon was 4 people. It was Buckshot, 5FT, myself, and my boy Finster from Finster Bundy. Okay. And we shopped our stuff. Everybody was like, nah, son, nah, this is trash. Nah, we don't like this. We don't like this. This ain't hard. This ain't that street stuff, whatever. But every excuse they wanted to give us, they gave us. Mm-hmm. Till finally, I shopped to everybody except Def Jam, Profile, Wild Pitch. Yeah. And the reason I didn't shop to those labels was because the A&Rs at those labels was my friends. And I also knew Stu Fine. When I was doing retail, he used to come to my store to sell records. Mm. And so I knew him. I didn't want him to think I was trying to use my friendship to get a record deal. Yeah. Now,
Damn.
The funny thing is, Finster's girl got pregnant. So he was like, y'all, we did this performance, and Chuck Chill Out seen us at the performance. It was like, yo, I'm A&R at this little house label. What's up? I want to hook, I want to have a meeting with y'all. We have the meeting with Chuck Chill Out. Nervous signs us.
Okay.
Just like that. That's how the whole Black Moon thing happened.
Damn. It was dope too, cause that the Jump Off single, you know, that shit's,
yo,
that just had that was like a good kick in the door type joint. You know what I'm saying? You familiar?
I know.
Man.
I heard some rap songs a couple times.
He said he heard some songs, but I mean, I was just trying to give him the floor on it. But yeah, man, that was the joint right there. That shit, and then it just kind of brought that light on y'all as a group.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Buckshot had his different flow. You know what I mean? His own. You know, there was some different voice type shit around that time as far as MCs.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
Yeah, people not sounding the same and shit. You know what I mean? So it stuck out, man. It was dope, man. I just even like being around because at that time I knew about the group, but then I knew Beatminerz, and then I was like, but I didn't know Beatminerz was you and your brother. I just thought like this was another situation, whatever, another people, till I found out. So how did the Beatminerz thing come into play?
Beatminerz goes way back to when I came home from the hospital after being born. And Walt was like, yo, who's this other guy? That's how that started. Now, what happened was, Beatminerz-wise, Walt, started DJing. And me being the younger brother, because Mr. Walt's my older brother, for all people that don't know. When he started DJing, I'm the younger brother. So I'm jealous because he's getting all that attention and all that. So I'm like, nah, I DJ too. So it was like I started emulating what he did. Right. And once you start DJing, the second thing to do is production. Because little do you know, when you take 2 copies of a record and you're doing your thing with it, you're actually producing that version of the record. Right. So Walt started getting into making beats. So eventually I started getting into making beats. Right. And my whole thing was like what my brother would do to really mess with me is he would just be like, yo, you whack, get out of here. Get out of here, get out of here. And me and my ego back then, I was like, yo, I'm gonna show him, I'm gonna be better than him. I'm gonna be a better DJ, I'm gonna be a better producer. Yo, I'm gonna get him, yo. And that was my whole thing with it. And when, Walt had his group, of course, I ended up making a group also, which Walt's group was Potentially Dangerous, was the name of his group. And they never came out with a record or anything. Right. And my group, of course, was Black Moon. But before Black Moon, we was Unique Image. Then we went through High Tech, and then we became Black Moon.
Oh, High Tech. No, shit.
So High Tech, and what's the other image? What was that?
Unique Image.
So did y'all, at that point, the way that sounds, did y'all have high tops and shit right there?
Did we what?
Did y'all had high top fades at that point or what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question.
He said absolutely.
Yo, those are them titles right there.
Yo, like my high top fade was crazy.
Yo, dude, you just saying those 2 group titles, I already knew that was high top fade era. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, man.
So what's it like producing a record with someone else? You come in with a drum pattern, and then, hey, I need some keys on this, or is it vice versa? How does it work?
Well, when we did the first of the Black Moon stuff, I basically was sitting here, this same table that I'm sitting at right now, believe it or not. And I would sit down here, like this is the same apartment, because I lived in the same house forever. And I would just go in and make a beat and let Buck hear it, and Buck would be like, yo, that's dope. He'll add his lyrics to it. And then I'll add whatever else I gotta add to it, whether it's like maybe change up something or whatever, add some scratches.
Okay.
And when we first started, that's how we did it. Like I'll make beats, Buck will write the rhymes to the beats, and that's it. But then, as we got into like the real studio mode, what would happen is I'd be up at D&D, and Buck would come in, and I'll be like, "Yo, what we doing today? What we doing today?" And we will create together. You know what I'm saying? I'll start with the drums. Buck will be like, "Yo, that's funky," and we'll go on, and then he'll come with a topic, and I'll be like, "Yo, that's ill," or "That's not. We can do something else."
So there's Beatminer beats that you 100% made yourself.
Yeah.
And they're just fall under that title.
Yeah, what it is me and my brother put up all of the Beatminerz. But if you want to know, like for instance, I did Who Got the Props.
Yeah.
My brother did the original I Got You Open. I did the remix.
Okay.
Right, white joint. Walt did How Many MCs? I think I added something small to it, but I added one little thing.
Okay.
Usually what we do is one of us, or even both of us, sit there and make the beat, but we all will mix it. We'll be in the studio mixing it.
All right.
Yo, Who Got the Props though? That shit, what you just heard, that shit make you want to either roller skate, start smacking motherfuckers in slow motion. I mean, that was one of them shits. It was like, yo, that shit was like, that beat just was like, skateboarding or some shit. I'm telling you, man. And then that shit had me open for real. Like, so that's.
You know what's the funny thing? I kind of back then I was listening to the first Gangstar album,
right?
Diamond D, Stunt Blunts and Hip Hop. Pete Rock, CL Smooth's first album, and Tribe, and whatever Lost Professor was doing, and that's what influenced like that.
Did you fuck with at that little time right there? You just said Tribe and all that. Was you fucking with the the dashiki joints and the big wooden line, man? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something though.
Yo.
The wooden beads. I'm gonna tell you what we used to do. We used to wear the wooden beads.
Yeah, no question.
But when we get into the club, we would beat your ass with the wooden beads.
Them shits was like nunchucks and shit. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers was. Yo, I got a cousin, man, that still wear them, so he's still stuck. All love with him though, but he still got them big shits like that. He rocked them shits daily almost. You know what I'm saying? But you just know the errors. I could feel it even with our conversation. I'm like, yo, right about then it was like, yo, I got the little.
The wood necklace and the flat top. I picture it all right now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
I had Dwayne Wayne glasses too, believe it or not.
Oh,
Wait. It's a different world.
I wasn't trying to wear them Amigo style joints though, the burlap type tops they was wearing. You know what I'm saying? The shits that kind of went with open toe sandals. Them little tops, I wasn't fucking with those, but I was with the movement though, for real.
Yeah, like I tell cats, I rock stuff, but the only thing I didn't rock, and to this day I still don't rock, I do not rock sandals.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like, yo, B, I gotta be prepared for anything, and if I gotta stand up, yo, you can't protect your toes, man.
Hey, I swear to God, right? I told my son and my younger and all of them, them that's why the era dudes like now kids we wear these Crocs and slides and shit all day long. But when I was coming up, you couldn't wear that because you definitely would have got your shit stomped on purpose. Right?
Shug strictly Gators, no Crocs.
Nah, back then, yo. Yeah, for real. And I remember, man, when they got the pants hanging down low now, I would be like, yo, you never would have had your shit like that either. Because motherfucker just snatch them down and beat your ass.
You call it the mermaids?
Yeah, the mermaid joints, for real. I couldn't. It never would have worked. We had, plus, and my shit, motherfuckers were emulating Ali and all them. So you had to stick and move. You couldn't stick and move like that with slides and little pants on. That shit wasn't gonna fucking work. You know what I mean? I feel you 100% just because that's what I be saying. I be like, nah, come on, man. Motherfuckers know I'm not wearing these shit. Now, I have some slides on, but I'll be somewhere where it's that slide element. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like,
No, only in the house for me.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I might run to the store.
Maybe a
whatever.
cookout or something.
Yeah, something, you know, not even certain shit I'm just not, you know. But it's crazy because that's just like my perspective on how I want to be ready. You know what I'm saying? I seen shit break out. I seen shit, been in just one little shit. We was in New York at a club. We just seen ODB, rest in peace. Me, him, and Guru was talking. Then we're talking with these women as well. And everybody's, you know, very, very
Hot?
they were pretty, but this was they were very feminine, like very, you know, right? And so this is years ago, man. Like, man, that shit might have been like 92 or something, you know? But ODB is in a squatted position, like a fighting position, right? So he's down low, like, but chilling like that. You know, they think that he was one of them Chinese warrior dudes. So he's on the ground low. He's low like the drunken monkey type shit, right? And then me and Goose talking to these women. Next, you know, a fight broke out. Yo, these women like turned from straight shoes and prissy like that to on some shit like this, right? I'm like, yo, I looked, cause I never really witnessed it like that. I seen girls break out fighting.
Right.
But these chicks in this club in New York, they broke out with like, you know, the big brothers taught them. Yeah. Like they scrapping, they getting jabs and dings.
They're from New York City, bro.
Bing, bing. I'm like,
Gotta be ready.
I said, yo, we was just talking and they was on some other shit. Now when that shit went down, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
That's that, yo, back in the days, that was New York. Like, you didn't, like, we knew, yo, we going to the club tonight, something's gonna happen.
Right.
So let's prepare for anything. Like, we snuck stuff into the club, you know, we wore the wooden beads.
Yeah, the wooden beads and all.
Yeah. Like, yo, and it's funny because when we would go through security and they see the wooden beads, they always would be like, nah, you good, go ahead.
You on some docile shit. Yeah, I can see it.
They know.
They saw that, let them soft ass motherfuckers in there. That's what that shit is, you know what I mean? And then go down. You know, it's crazy too because New York had them little different theme type bars too that you could go that was chill, like Nels. Nels was, me and Guru, man, you know, sorry Nels, we used to be like, yo, this straight fish cake. This is fish cake niggas in this spot. This shit soft as Shawn, like Nels, but the music was good. The music was good, and it was like some chill shit, like you get a bottle type of, you know, and ain't no one in there fighting you. That was Nels, right? The other one, Supper Club, used to be able to go there, and they give you a quart. You get a beer, they giving you a quart, and they play break beats all night. They was whatever this.
Yeah, you talking about what is it called?
I thought it was the Supper Club. I think.
Not Soul Food.
I thought it was the Supper Club.
It's something. No, we had a spot called Supper Club.
Yeah, but I mean,
Soul Kitchen. That's what it's called, Soul Kitchen.
That because I remember we would go and get you if you bought a beer, you was getting quarts and Coke 45s or all that crazy malt liquor. And then after a few beefs broke out, they stopped giving motherfuckers them bottles. It was just, but at first it was just they just played breaks. You sipping beer, smoke a little bit, whatever. It was dope. Then all of a sudden, man, motherfuckers started like,
you know what's funny? That spot right there was a spot that from Soul Kitchen was a spot that I used to always be at. Like I would be at Soul Kitchen. And I would leave Soul Kitchen to go to Calliope to go to the studio.
Yo, shit. Me and Guru wanted to be at every single goddamn thing going on. So when we was at, it was like, dude, we going where? You know what I mean? Like it didn't, rest in peace, man. It just didn't stop. And
I probably seen you. I probably seen y'all because I remember seeing Guru and you probably was with him. But we didn't know each other, so I wasn't coming to y'all on some. I was never, yo, what's up? That was never me. I always was this. Yo. And I was
that's me.
Yeah.
I've missed out on so many opportunities in my life because that's how I am. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. How you doing? Yeah.
That's how he is. But sometimes he might surf. You know what I'm saying? Yo, sometimes he's shaft surfing, but it's all good. That's my dude now. I'm fucking so. Now you know.
Like Soul Kitchen, like that also put me onto a lot of joints. A lot of joints.
That's the spot with the breaks though?
Yeah, that was his
Yo, that's
breaks.
all they played was breaks all night, and it was smooth because motherfuckers dancing, you know, drinking a little bit. It was but those were those clubs where you knew 9 out of 10, shit ain't breaking out, like shit ain't gonna go down. You know what I mean? You know, you're like, you could come there and slap somebody and they'd be like, come on, you slap me. You know what I mean? That shit wasn't gonna be it wasn't that way, but damn man. But shit, as we move to even, you know, now, so what's going on with Evil Dee now? Like what are you doing now?
Oh, hold on, we're not gonna stay back in the we didn't even talk about The Shining.
Well, we can slide up, you can talk. So, hold up.
She said, hold up.
Hold on, let me slide it back for you. All right, step in, man. What you say?
So you're in a group, right? With as the producer of a group that has MCs in it. Did they get upset with you when you started giving all these, you know, dope records to family, but different groups, Helter Skelter, you know, Smith and Wesson? Were they upset about that?
No, what happened was, as long as it was kept in the family, they was like, it's all cool. Once I started doing production and remixes outside of the camp, that's when it became a problem. Like Cats was mad because the first remix I ever had was for this group, MC Breeg, he had a group called DFC. And I did a remix for them. And I remember like Cats looking at me like, yo, why you giving them our heat?
Yeah, it's curious.
And then I did, like me and Walt started doing more work. And I had to do, like we started doing remixes for Cats, and Cats would be like, yo, but that's our beat. And I was saying to them, yo, B, but y'all could rhyme on anybody else's record too. I don't look at y'all and go, yo, those rhymes should be on my beat. I don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they wanted us to be exclusive, but we was like, nah, that's not why we came in here. We came in to just do what we do.
Right.
And the more stuff that we do is gonna make us as a collective look bigger anyway.
Of course.
You know, I never understood that. Like, you know, I never understood like the whole, yo, nah, this is ours. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that.
Guru had a little bit of that in him in the beginning of the Preem venturing out.
I remember that.
So I know that shit is real.
I think every producer of a group goes through that.
Yeah.
I go through it. I'm a producer. I go through it.
Yeah, like when Walt made Type for Raw Digger, like that was a beat that everybody was like, yo, he should have gave that to us.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like here goes some funny. Here goes something like Walt mentioned it before, and I'm gonna mention it here. Walt originally made the Soundboy Burial beat for Helter Skelter.
Oh yeah.
And he was playing the beat for Shawn and Rock, and they passed on it. And Tech and Steel was like, yo, give that to us. Give that.
Right.
Like that would happen. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, you know, we went through the whole little jealousy thing, but afterwards, it just, you know, Cats understood it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, man.
Oh, so I counted today before the interview. I've done 27 videos and songs with the Boot Camp Clik, but nothing with you yet. But my question that I ask, like Rock, I've asked Rock, I've asked Buckshot, what happened in between that couple years when Shawn Price changed from Ruck to Shawn Price? Why was Shawn Price so much just like he just was? It was better when he was Shawn Price for some reason, and I've asked Rock that. He gave me a good answer. I'm just interested because you were there, so I'm just interested.
Actually, believe it or not, I wasn't. Because there was a point where I walked away for a second.
Oh.
But, you know, of course, we got back together. Yeah. But I walked away for a second. But what happened? This is what happened. Rock, first of all, when Helter Skelter came out, everybody was on some, yo, The Voice, yo, that dude, Rock is ill. And they kind of overlooked Shawn. So then Rock got a situation with DJ Lethal?
Yep.
DJ Lethal wanted to give him a deal. And Rock went to everybody and said, yo, I got this offer. What should I do? And Cats was like, yo, go ahead and rock with it. And when he went and did that, Shawn was by himself. So Shawn, that's when he decided to stop being Rock and becoming Shawn Price, which is really his name.
Yeah.
And once he went solo, he knew he had to go all in. And that's what happened.
He just has elevated it so much.
Becoming Shawn Price, he saved Boot Camp. Like, because at the time, Boot Camp stock was going down. By him becoming Shawn Price, it's like how people say Ghost saved the Woo.
Yeah.
Shawn Price saved Boot Camp.
Yeah, man, shit. I just
Yeah, rest in peace. You got a couple songs with Shawn Price, don't you?
Yeah,
I did 4 videos for him.
We did Leg Breakers, man. But the thing is, one of my favorite songs from Shawn Price, though, and the shit is like, just the music is even more, because it makes you just feel like motherfuckers, shit. I think even white people get scared when it comes on. That's just fucking crazy. I just thought, because I remember someone was playing in the suburbs, loud as hell. And I remember people looking in this car. Was it jungle music?
Monkey Bars.
Monkey Bars, that's it. Yeah.
Yo, that record.
Yo, dog.
That's when he emerged.
Yo, when that shit came, I remember I was in suburban town.
This ain't gangster rap. How many motherfucking gangsters rap?
But check this out. It wasn't even that. It was the fact that shit sounded like the jungle, but it had the beat. It had the beat. Who did that beat though?
Oh man, I really don't know.
Yeah, that beat fucking.
He worked with so many people.
They had the birds, the monkeys and shit. That shit was crazy. I'm like, you felt like you was.
Cutting might have did that beat.
You felt.
I don't know though, but he might have did it.
You felt like it was about to go down when that shit came on. That shit was just like, it sounded like how he rhymed, like swinging from bar to bar. That's how he rhymed, like the mad gorilla, like just jumping on this and I'll destroy you with this shit. Like I'm telling you, I was Shawn Price, but to hear that shit. I heard everything else, but that shit right there, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it just was a whole new artist.
Yeah, that shit.
It really was, and I'm always curious to ask because I wasn't there. I'm always just curious to ask. But moving on, I know Shug has a has his.
I'm cool.
I know you got the. I know the question.
Yo, Shawn, like he was so talented, but he also when he first came out, he was kind of like on some shy shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's a different person, is it?
Yeah,
totally different artists.
But when he had to step up, he stepped up though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no man. That motherfucker. Even that shit, man. We had. I'm telling you, this shit was raw, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in Bruce. Such his life, But so with Black, as far as Buckshot, and do you and him still get together? You still rock, or what's the deal?
Yeah, we just did a show 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
We just me, him, Five.
Oh, Five back around?
Yeah, Five been around. Like when we say Black Moon, it's usually us 3. But being that Five always goes back and forth to jail, and sometimes he doesn't show up, people be like, "Yo, it's Ian Buck and the other guy."
Yeah,
but 5FT is definitely a member of, Black Moon.
I know he ain't going back. He ain't still going back and forth, right?
Nah, but. Yo, I can't get. We're looking for him right now. Like, we can't. We cannot find this dude.
Shout out to the fans. Look out for him.
He used to be in Boston too for a little while too, man.
Yeah. When we did the second album, here's the funniest thing. We started the Warzone album. That was in '97. We started the Warzone album, and Buck, me and Buck, like we patched up our whatever. Yeah. And we was like, yo, so I was like, meet me at D&D, and yo, we'll have a meeting at D&D and we'll work. What comes to D&D, the first thing that happens is I'm working on a beat and he just starts writing rhymes to it. And we just started doing a session. And so we laid down a record and he was like, yo, let's work on this new Black Moon album then. I was like, yo, I'm with it, but we gotta find Five. I don't know what happened. 2 days later, Five walks through the door at D&D. Like and I was like, yo, where was you at? He said, yo, I'm in Boston.
Yeah, he was living there for
Boston.
Yeah. I ran into him back then. Like, and that's when it was like shit, there was heat on the block back then. And he was he was in them spots. You know, I was like, oh shit, you know, and I was fresh and like, you know what I mean. So
did you tell him, or did he know where he was, or did you have to tell him?
we knew. Like by then, I knew who he was. And
no, I mean, did he know he was on a hot block?
Oh yeah, where he was at, it was that way. Grove Hall. That's where I saw.
Oh jeez.
You know,
but he was definitely like 5. I always tell people 5 is that dude that you see him on the block for real.
Yeah, for real. This is like
he was that dude.
This some early '90s type shit, man.
Oh jeez.
Like early like so.
Yeah.
I know after I just got out, you know what I'm saying. But so y'all pretty much good then, right?
Yeah. You know, we all, and plus we're family anyway. So even if things are bad, they still good. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll always like me and Buck. Like when we did this last Black Moon album right before the pandemic, like. No, and when we did that, 2019, we did the last Black Moon album. Me, Buck, and 5 was arguing like cats and dogs. But when it came time, everybody was like, yeah, we arguing in business-wise, but when it comes to us being us, we cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know what it is. I'm the dude that I'm on some hip hop shit. You know, I'm always on my hip hop shit. Right. And I'm on some authentic, we gonna do some boom bap, we gonna do this. But being that him and Drew own Duck Down, they're looking at it as a money thing. I'm looking at it as an art thing, they're looking at it as a money thing. And we will always clash. But we clash business wise. Once we finish arguing, it's like, let's go get that beer, let's go hang out, or you know, like you'll never see us talking shit about each other or whatever.
Was good, because so in that regards, since y'all brothers, just tell them, Big Shug would like to know why did he Black Moon us? No question. I'm like, damn, dogs, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he can do us a solid. I mean, we all had that, that time with it. That's how I even holler at cats and cats respond. But it's all good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ain't never no ill will, man. It's too much to do.
Texting him right now.
Yeah, no question, man.
Have you adapted, I should say, any of the new technology for production, or do you still use the SP, MPC? You still use those?
I use everything.
Nice.
This is what happens with me, right? I learned the new technology because I want to see what it's about. I've always been that dude. When I was up at didnt, I was on some experimental stuff. Now, but what it is if I'm good with something, I stay with it. Yeah. Like right now, my main piece of gear is the MPC Renaissance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I use Ableton. You know what I'm saying? And I have all the plugins for all the instruments that I have, like 106 and all that. But then I have my SP1200 and 950 because sometimes I want that gutter sound, so I got to go back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I go back and forth.
That's cool.
What he really wanted to ask you is, do you use a broom or a vacuum?
I use both. I know.
Yeah,
hey, it's the same. You gave the same answer. I use both of them shit. I'm fucking with you, though, man.
Because what it is, you see how a guitar player got mad guitars? And he'd be like, I use that one because I want that sound, or you that for that. A lot of the new equipment, they try to emulate the sound of the SP and the sound of the 950.
Right.
If I want that sound, I just go use it. Yeah, and then I'll dump it into Pro Tools.
Right.
And create around it or whatever. Like I just did a record yesterday for my friend Liquid. Yo, the beat is all SP.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? It's all SP 1200. It's just I did it and I just did it in Ableton and kept dumping stuff. Like back in the day, I don't know if you remember up at didnt, I would have 2 SPs linked up, and I would be dumping stuff like that. Now, I just sit here and I just create and dump until I build what I'm gonna build. You know what I'm saying?
Create and dump. That's a good one, right? That's what I used to do. I used to be in the bathroom, man, taking the shit, just creating mad shit, create and dump. That's it. Create,
no shirt on, with a cigarette.
Hey, create, dump, and flush, and I'm out. Good. I got the next 16 right now. I'm ready, Goop. Let's go do it. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me tell you a legendary Big Shug moment.
Oh shit.
Crush.
Oh yes.
That record, yo, let me explain something. When I was on Hot, and I told Preem this, I said, yo, Preem, not because I love y'all and y'all my family, this is my shit right here.
Right.
And I used to run that record.
Yo, man. Hey, I appreciated that too. Cause hey, you know it's crazy because when I would go back to Boston after being out here for a minute, when that record was out, I hear that shit like about 5 times. Like before I get to the barrier, like of when it starts swishing, like I'm all through the deck and everything. Flex was dropping bombs. Like that song they was playing like mad time. I'm like, wow, they killing this shit. I go up to BT, and they had those big like video walls. Like the wall was a video playing on that shit. Videos that's playing all over shit. And then everybody, hey, Shug, how you doing? And I'm like, wow. For something that was a freestyle. It's like that motherfucker. And Preem said, yo, you got something? And I was like, no. I mean, I told him, yeah, but I didn't because I was just going to freestyle, whatever, And that shit was like, and next thing you know, the record was like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. For all of us, it was like, what did we do?
And I was across the hall when y'all was doing that.
Right.
Because I heard the beat, and I probably walked in on a session. Because I said to Preem, I said, yo, who's that for? He said, yo, that's for Shug. I said, what? and this is you.
You're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was about to. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just classic to this day.
And I'm about to say, to this day, I still play that record.
It's wild because even when I performed, I always perform that first usually. And it's like you never even forget it. Like all the songs I got, that shit you never forget because it was like, that was the jump. And me know I'm bullshitting with Preem because he's like, yo, you got something for this? I'm like, yeah, but I don't. You know what I mean? So it's all some shit like, okay, man. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, and then you get, people don't know when you freestyle like that without writing, you gotta memorize it afterwards. Because people can keep doing their freestyle, like even now, because that's just some written down shit they memorize. But back then, I'm making the shit off rip. So then it's like, I don't know that shit, so the next part, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm trying, shit.
Yeah, like for overdubs or whatever.
You got, you just gotta learn. Like, because I just did it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I left like how I do here, and I left. So then next you know, this shit took off. So I was like, oh shit. So I got to start writing shit. That's what happened. Militia was after. And Militia was the same way. I freestyled, and then I said, shit, they want me to do an album now? I got to be able to write shit. That's what changed. At first, I just would be spitting like, all right, man, fuck it. This, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, man, shit. Enough about me, but just a little bit more about you. Anyway, now some shit you said earlier, I was just thinking, I was like, yo, when the saying would be, when the circle's tighter, the sun shines brighter. You know what I'm saying? And like you said something, but that's what made me even think of that. I was like, yo, word, that just made me think of that right there. Like, oh shit, because it's the truth. When the groups were always, ain't nobody we had on here basically that hasn't broke up. That was a group that they didn't break up, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for whatever reasons.
MOP broke up?
No. Nah, they didn't.
I'm not sure.
But I mean, they would separate.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that too. Like there's no like when that's when so I asked them all like y'all still rock or you do shows.
I've personally been with Little Fame maybe 50 times. And I've never met Billy Dan.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So so
yeah. Nah, they family. They
I know. I know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I talk to Bill even like pretty much now. Shout out to him, man.
MOP.
Yeah. Shout out to Fox and her son going to Buffalo State University and all that, man. We here. But listen, go ahead.
That's the D. All of us, we're the D&D family, man.
No question, bro.
We're the D&D family.
Yo, people don't know. Motherfuckers used to smoke and drink, but producers would go there to make beats and eat. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
It's so funny though, because
I swear to God,
when you say D&D, you either think of like nerds playing Dungeons and Dragons or hardcore hip hop.
Nah, that's everybody.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting.
It was like if you knew, you knew though. Anyway, so it's like you just knew the hardest shit was going down. And
You had Studio A, which was Beatminerz, and Studio B was Premier. Studio D was whoever was up there, whether it be Daisy, Onyx,
Yeah, that's the with Flip,
Like didnt, like it was like I was there Monday through Friday doing stuff. And it would be like me, like Beatminerz and Premier kept that place busy. And then everybody else coming through, it was just bananas.
didnt was the shit. I mean, we basically lived there because, you know, that's just how it was at the time. You know what I mean? And I just remember, like, the bathrooms was gully, you know? They made it look nicer. And a lot of years afterwards, and Preem took over too, it became a nicer type establishment. But when we first started going in, I mean, you went there, you was ordering food, you was drinking, smoking, and guess what? I was never a hanger on, you know what I mean? So I'm coming there to do something. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, damn, I'm in here to do something, plus doing all this shit. You gotta be focused after all of that shit. It's fucking crazy, but
I would be in my room, rocking the beat, then I come out to get some air, see what's going on in the pool room, see what's going on here, run into Studio B to mess with Preem.
Right.
And then run back in my room. But didnt was the workspace and the hangout.
It was, man. It definitely, and it was shit was getting done. So that was the problem. Classics were being made, shit was getting done. And some motherfuckers hung around just for fun. It is what it was, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, man, for real. Listen, Tanya, you got any thing you want to ask? Or, you know?
Yeah, I do. I want to know why you always make fun of me.
No, I'm just saying. You was like, yeah, I do.
Okay.
She just shifted up the element. We was like chilling. I said, Tanya, you got anything you want to say? Yes, I do.
Well, I always like to know, like,
go ahead.
Being around so much music, like, who is someone that you're kind of into right now that maybe we would be surprised to know of?
Music-wise?
Yes.
Like, I listen to whatever's on. Like, I listen to whatever's playing. Like, if it's a jazz record, a rock record, half the stuff I listen to, I don't even know who made it. I'll be honest with you. But music-wise, like, a lot of people get thrown off when I tell them, like, I listen to, like, rock. I listen to, like, heavy metal, because there's always drums in there. And I'm always on the search for drum breaks. Most metal records, most heavy metal records and rock records start like this. Boom, bap, boom, bam.
Yeah.
And that's how my collection of snares are just basically rock records like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a lot of people get surprised if I listen to that. And I like Mel Torme. Mel Torme is dope. I have Mel Torme in my iPod.
That's awesome.
What's your go-to Mel Torme song?
It's a whole album. He has a whole. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you. Well, people who are listening, I don't know if you can see it, but hey, it is what it is.
Show us.
This is.
It says show us.
Oh no, I'm the buggy. Go ahead.
Let me see. Here we go. Coming Home Baby album.
Coming Home. Home Baby.
Yeah. My favorite record on here is Putting on the Ritz.
Oh, I like that record.
And That There. He got a record called That There. It's dope.
If you don't know where to go, why don't you go where fashion is? Putting on the
puts the Mel Torme spin on it.
Of course.
Also, I love the Doors. The Doors are dope. You know what I'm saying? And the beat. I learned how to actually, like, the stuff that I was doing in didnt tape-wise, I learned from listening to Beatles records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the Beatles did a lot of tape stuff. Like, they would edit, they would loop. And I learned a lot of stuff listening to Beatles records too.
Some shit that I just peeped, it was dope as shit. It was the making of the thong song, right? And and it was deep because they were making that song, that track for Michael Jackson. Yeah, you know. But then I don't know if he turned it down or whatever happened, and Cisco took it. But when he
he turned it down.
Yeah, but when he's putting the beat together, that first part, you know, when you hear that first, the strings, whatever that is, that's from that song, All of the Lonely People from the Beatles. It was so dope when I said, oh shit, I never even thought that You know, like no one.
Make that
I never thought that till he played that right that night.
And they could get away with sampling because Michael Jackson owned that shit.
Yeah, he did at that time, but that dude played. He played that shit.
I mean, yeah. Like, as a matter of fact, speaking about that, what's the drum player from Nirvana? He got his own band also.
Nick Grohl. Nick Grohl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Troll.
Dave Grohl. Dave Troll.
SDKs.
All those Nirvana drums?
Yeah.
He stole those grooves from the Gap Band.
Sure.
Smells Like Teen Spirit is Burn Rubber.
Damn, I gotta listen to it.
Listen to the drums.
I will, yeah.
Oh, do that shit again, son. Yo, that's some shit when you real motherfuckers make beats because you gotta like sound that shit out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't even make beats, but I'll do that shit too. I'll be like, yo.
Cause you're a musical dude, like you sing also.
Right,
so
right.
You know about music, so that's why you do what you do.
Yeah, that shit element.
1%.
That's like, man. So listen, we ain't gonna keep you too long, man. You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
We about to roll out. What's up? You got some work?
No, Big Shug. I just want to make sure you ask him for his socials.
That's what I was gonna let you do. I tried to slide it over there on some air hockey shit, and she slid the puck back fast as shit.
That's right. You know I'm spicy.
Hey, the little disc went off my fingers out the fucking ring. I'm trying to slide to the goal all low for her. She's like, whip.
You gotta be careful with these little ones.
Now go ahead. Hey, go ahead, man. Let me know what time. Ask what you gotta ask.
Oh, he can't breathe.
Oh, that shit was hilarious, man. God damn. Go ahead.
We just want to know, let the people know where they can reach you, where they can find you next.
Well, that's simple. Twitter, Instagram at DJ Evil Dee, and that's DJ EVILDEE. Facebook, DJ Evil Dee Facebook page. And Twitch.
Oh, you on Twitch too?
Okay.
Yeah,
no
be on
question.
Twitch killing it.
Okay, what you playing?
Well, Wednesdays, I'm on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays, I play hip-hop, R&B, funk, soul. Saturdays, I have this thing called a Saturday night dance party. I play disco, I play house from 8 to 10. Then after 10, whatever I feel like playing, I play.
Oh, nice.
Freestyle.
Yo, before you even get out, though, man, one question. How's Brother Walt doing, though? What's up with him?
Oh, he's good. He's upstairs. He upstairs hiding, yeah. Cause you know we live in the same house. So.
Oh, that's dope. See, that's that
we
move.
own the house together.
Oh, that's move. That's good.
Yeah.
Dope shit. So
I'm not gonna steal Big Shug's thunder, so I'm just gonna remind him he didn't ask his question that he usually asks.
what did he have a hamster?
Nah.
Well, you have so many that you usually have.
Oh yeah, the 10.
And we say goodbye without.
Yo, he said it hit you like this. We got a question for you before we hit in the. We got a question for you before we get in the breeze. Mm-hmm. We want to know your fucking 10 favorite MCs. 10 what? Your favorite MCs. 10 favorite MCs, man.
Wow, okay, and I'm not gonna use my crew members.
Nah, it's like,
and
you could do that, and it could be from different eras.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 10. It's gonna be in no order. I'm just gonna do off the top of the dome.
Go ahead, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, Slick Rick. KRS-One. Rakim. Big Daddy Kane.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh shit. Okay.
The DOC.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was me back in the day, yeah.
Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Who else I could say? I could honestly say G-Rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nas.
Okay. Is that 10?
9.
One more to go.
Uno más.
Yes.
Uno más.
You know what?
What's that?
I will throw this name on the list. Getting somebody. I'm forgetting somebody from my
Chuck D. Okay.
Hell yeah.
There's another one. No, yo. Hey, listen, man. We respect your listen all the same. We appreciate the fact that you played the game. For your 10 MCs, 10 what?
Número 10.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is, 10 MCs, baby. Hey, listen, man, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping through. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh shit, see, like I told you he be surfing, kid. Yo, I'm just talking this shit. He just took out the scene like this. I said, what the fuck is that? She said he's shaft surfing. I said, oh, okay.
I learned from the best.
He'll be back, you know. We appreciate you, man. Much love and respect.
Thank you
always,
very
brother.
much.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and you make sure you tell Buckshot why he Black Moon us. And, you know, we got to get up and he got to come through. All right, my man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Thanks for having me, y'all.
All right, cool. That was dope, man. Evil Dee. You know, that was fire.
Jingle
but, you know,
bells,
my favorite part of the week. Stupid as hell.
Stupid as hell, huh? Well, listen. This story comes from Arkansas. 3 officers suspended after a video shows a beating. Man, they actually beat the fuck out of dude. They was beating his ass, you know. One of the shows, one of the officers repeatedly punching the man in the head and bashes his head against the pavement. State police said the man had been accused of making threats in a shop earlier on Sunday morning. All 3 officers had been removed from active duty on paid leave, pending an investigation into their conduct. It's fucking crazy because all these times and videos and everybody filming, you still think you can whoop somebody's ass like that. You might have been embarrassed during the arrest, or once you got him cuffed up, you know, then take him in and start do the procedure. He's caught. But all that fucking him up, like type shit, you're gonna get that. People filming all day. It's gonna change the whole world. You ain't learned from that George Floyd shit? Come on, man. It's crazy.
Dude, they haven't learned since.
Police said that when officers confronted the suspect, 27-year-old Randall Worcester, he pushed the deputy to the ground and punched the back of his head. Well, that's where you're going to punch somebody. Leading to arrest seen in the video. That's when they arrest him. And they said for making terroristic threats, resisting arrest, and criminal trespass. The video of it appears, it shows one officer beating the suspect while another reportedly knees him in the back. That George Floyd shit.
Excessive.
Both are dressed in uniform of the Crawford County Sheriff's Office. The third officer just restrains the man. The officers were identified as Deputy Zach King, Deputy Levi White of Crawford County Sheriff's Office, and Mulberry Police Officer Thel Riddle. Those people, say it again, Zach King, Levi White, and Thel Riddle. This week, you're stupid as hell. Because they're showing it 1,000,000 times of you beating up this cuffed up person you arrested. You're beating him up, fucking him up, when you already have him, and it's been showed over 1,000,000 times on social media. When you know the error that this is, and you can't do that shit, you are stupid as hell.
Fucking dumb as shit. What was the name of that county again? Because that was not approved.
Crawford County.
If you were in Crawford County, Arkansas, and you ran into Thel Riddle.
And guess what?
You two guys, I'm asking you two specifically. If you're in Crawford County, Arkansas, and ran into a man named Thel Riddle, do you think you'd be in for a good evening?
but peep this. No, but peep this. Peep this. The dude they stomped out and fucked up, he wasn't even black.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
That's the crazy part. That's what just showed you. That's not just a racial part in that point. For all you Blue Lives Matter people, it's not that situation. It's like motherfuckers just cops fucking somebody up. Yeah. You know, it shows it right there. How much more do you have to see until you see?
I always hated that Blue Lives Matter. I'm like, it's a job. It's not a race.
Nah, definitely not. It's only Blue Lives I know that matters when I go to see a Blue Man Group show. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? They're saying they're a targeted group, basically.
No, yeah, I understand their fucking quote, their thing, but it's like, dude, it's a
Scrump. Listen.
It's you know, unless you're a Smurf, I don't want to hear Blue Lives Matter.
Scrumpy.
The job.
And then when they had signs for that shit, that's even more ill. They had
Yeah, I
signs,
see
Blue
signs.
Lives
You
Matter.
watching
The
the
flags, they would
Daily
drive by someone's house, they got the flag.
Yep,
It's a,
I should just spray myself blue and just come in front of their house and shit with someone paying a motherfucking, what is it, a steel drum. And then you know what I mean? That's what they trying to say. Like Crawford County. Crawford County?
it sounds like a terrible
Y'all
place to
stupid
go.
as hell out there, man. Word. Yo,
At least those two dudes.
it's been a good one, huh?
Hell yeah, that was awesome. That was a good one.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that one. Hey, great to see y'all this week, man. You know what I'm saying? And,
Absolutely.
like we always say, excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
As we grow, we glow. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this shit together, man. The Danger Zone episode 31 is up, and check that. Peace.
Firework dress.
On my dark days, I chopped crack on a regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on a regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure the hard I have. You juke when I stab. Grands in my pocket and still caught a cab.